Hello, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker, and I'm coming to you today. I have made it back from McDonald, Georgia, up there, visiting my office up there and everything. I'm so glad that y'all was able to take the tour with me. Also, but I'm back home right now working from the house, okay? But today's video is about your Duns and Bradstreet number, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, why do you need your Duns and Bradstreet number? Your Duns and Bradstreet number, I'm going to give you the official definition of what a Duns and Bradstreet number is so you will know why you need one, okay? Give me 1 second. Oh, and guess what came in the mail today, you all? My notary. Yes, she is a notary public. And guess what? I got my little stamp. It's pink. Ain't that cute? But I got my little stamp. And what else? What else? Oh, and my notary thing right here. I can either use either one of those. I can use this stamp or I can use the seal, okay? So I can only notarize documents in Mississippi. So that came in the mail. It was here when I got back. And what I can do with this is I can notarize all documents that need to be notarized. I can do mortgages. I could do, I don't know, I got to check and see if I can marry, but I used to be able to marry people. So I married my brother and his wife, right? So I performed their ceremony when I had it before, but I just want to let you know it came in the mail. So if you need a notary and you're in Mississippi, holla at your girl, okay? Okay, let's go over the Duns and Bradstreet number, the definition of it, what it do, different things like that. Duns and Bradstreet is a corporation that offers information on commercial credit as well as reports on businesses. Most notably, the Duns and Bradstreet is recognizable for its data universal numbering system, the DUNS number, okay? These are generated business information reports for more than 100 million companies around the globe, okay? So that's why it's so important to have, right? So when we talked about getting your business started and everything, we talked about our name. We talked about what we wanted the business to be named. We also talked about registering it with the state. We also talked about getting your tax ID number, getting that with the IRS. Also, we talked about getting your bank account, but I should have told you about the Duns and Bradstreet before you went and got your bank account, but it's okay. You want to go to Duns and Bradstreet, register your business, right? And it's going to give you a Duns and Bradstreet number. This is going to separate your personal file from your business file. So you are building your business credit report. So when other businesses look at you and they want to extend you credit like the net 30, the net 90, whatever the case may be, 60 or 90, they could go in there and look and say, oh, okay, this person been in business for a certain period of time. You could upload your financial statements up there. They could see how many employees you have. It's just your credit profile on how you pay your personal bills, right? So you may be thinking like, okay, well, Tamara, I'm not actually, in business like that, why would I need it? You want to have it in place. Even though you may not use it or whatever the case may be, it's very important to start building it, right? So you can have it in place. And I'm gonna give you about 5 places that you can go to get trade lines, okay? So that will establish your credit, show that you pay your business on time, and then you want to be able to build on that, right? So when other companies look at you, especially when you're going to get like contracts and things like that, federal contracts, you want to have your business credit all in place, right? And you got to build on it. Now, what people make their biggest mistake when they're building a business credit is that they go get credit and it doesn't report to Duns and Bradstreet, right? So there's a lot of ways that you can do it and build your credit. Does it cost? No, but they do have products and things that you can use to add stuff to the Duns and Bradstreet. Like if they don't normally report, Duns and Bradstreet will actually call the company, get the information, and put it on there for you. So there's different ways you can do it. The highest package that Duns and Bradstreet have is like $12,000. That's if you're like in a big business and you don't have time to be calling all these people that you pay and all that kind of stuff. Duns and Bradstreet, they will do it for you. They will call the people, they will get your accounts, they will, get your rating, how much your balance is, and that you pay on time and things like that. All you got to do is name the company, right? That's for $12,000. They'll do it. That's for the big corporations. Then you have smaller packages for small business owners that they will go in there and either you can add it yourself or they can add it as well, right? It's called the Credit Builders Profile. Now, this program is about $1,400, all right? You could break it up into 3 payments, 3 installments of about $500 a piece. And what it is you can name all the companies, all the bills that you pay or whatever the case may be, and they will go in there and make the calls and be able to put it on your Duns and Bradstreet to pay your bills on time, right? Do you have to do that? What if I don't have $1,400, Tim? I want to build my business credit. I don't have no $1,400 to be doing all that. Okay, you can do it yourself, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. Once you establish your Duns and Bradstreet number, you're going to then go to what is called Net 30, Net 60, Net 90 accounts, right? So I'm going to give you about 4 accounts. It's about 5. It's 5. I'll give you 4. How about that? That'll get you started, okay? So that all you got to do is order products. Some may require you to order and pay for it at first, and then they will extend you the credit. But then some of them will just run it, and then they will give you a credit limit. For example, let me break it down to you, okay? Uline. Uline, everybody knows that is a place where you can go get products, supplies, things like that. And Uline will actually report to Duns and Bradstreet. There's so many businesses out there, but there's only approximately 10% that actually report to Duns and Bradstreet. So you got to be very careful of who does and who doesn't. You don't want to have credit with people that don't report if you're trying to do it for free, right? You want to have credit with the people that automatically put it on there for you. So that's where a lot of people make their mistakes, is that they build in credit with people that actually don't even report to Duns and Bradstreet. So it's not helping you in any kind of way. Unless you have that package, and then you can add it on there, as you paying them or whatever the case may be. But Uline is number 1. They will do a credit for you. Sometimes you will have to pay for it up front. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my Uline credit, right? So I go in there and you can order different stuff, and you're like, well, I don't use that stuff or whatever the case may be, but I'm sure it's something like right now Uline has sanitizer. I think they got masks and things like that. So you can go in there and order stuff like that, pay for it, do a net 30 on them, pay for it by the end of the month. You pay for your first order. After you get your account number and your PO number or whatever the case may be, they'll start billing you, and then they'll start reporting for you, okay? So for example, I went into Uline, right? And I ordered like a case of toilet tissue, okay? So it's like $46. And yes, I can go to the grocery store and get toilet tissue, but that's something I use, and I might as well get a case of it from my business customer, and I can build a business credit on there instead of just going to Walmart buying some toilet tissue, right? So you put your order in, you pay for it, they'll set you up an account, they'll give you a limit. Now, That's one. You can request a catalog. I don't know what happened to my catalog, but I got a catalog down here somewhere, okay? That's one of them. Another one you want to do is Quill. Quill. Quill is another account that will post to Duns and Bradstreet, Equifax, things like that. So it's building your business credit. So, for example, I have a Quill account. They gave me a limit that they report to Duns and Bradstreet, and I can just order stuff as long as I pay for it at the end of 30 days, right? So some of the things that I got at Quill was like, I got printer. I ordered like a shredder. I got like a little file cabinet, things like that. It comes to the house, and you know, you just do that as much as you need to, okay? You can get paper, all kinds of supplies. I got a fax machine here. I need ink for that. So I order my stuff instead of going to Walmart, getting it. I could order it from here, build on my business credit, right? All right. Another one that you can go to is Granger, Granger. Granger is another one as well, where you will have an account. I have a PO number. I have an account number. You may have to require to pay your first amount with your credit card, and then after that, they will give you an established credit limit, okay? So right now, I have a credit limit at Granger, and what I ordered from them was masks, okay? So right now, we all need masks. We all need Lysol. So they have cleaning supplies. They have all kinds. Some of it may be on back order or whatever the case may be. But I ordered hand sanitizer and I ordered masks, okay, from Granger, okay? So they will also report, and they will give you a credit limit as well. So I might only order maybe $100 worth of stuff, but my credit limit may be $3,000-$4,000, okay, that I can order. The fourth one I want to tell you about is a company called Crown Office Supplies, right? So Crown Office Supplies, and I put the link onto my Facebook page so you can go and check it out. Crown Office Supplies is another company that reports to Equifax, and they also report to Duns and Bradstreet. So whenever you're setting up all these accounts, you want to make sure that you use your DMB number, and also you want to make sure that you use your tax ID number, okay? When you're setting up these accounts, you use your tax ID number and you use your DMB number, right? So when Crown Office Supply came back with my credit trade line reporting, my credit trade line reported is $3,000, okay? So that will show on my Duns and Bradstreet that I have a trade line reported $3,000. And long as I pay all of my bills on time, which I was going to buy anyway, once I pay all that on time, it increases what is called your Paydex score. Your Paydex score is like, let me make sure I get the definition for you all, because I don't want to tell you, but your Paydex score is the score that is used for commercial organizations in a manner that's similar to your FICO score. So, you know, on your personal credit, you have a FICO score like 780, 600, 500, or whatever the case may be. But in your business credit, you have what is called a Paydex score. So you want that Paydex score to be, I think, let me see, the highest is like I want to say an 80 is a good Paydex score. Give me 1 second, let me see. Okay. A score of 80 is a really great score. Means that a business has paid their bills exactly on time. Anything higher than that means a business consistently pays their bills early. So some of y'all may strive to have a credit score, a FICO score, a 700, 750, a 800, like it's the top, right? So when you're doing your business credit, your Paydex score, if you got an 80, that means you're doing everything right and you're paying your bills on time, all right? Now, why do you also need this number as well later on is that you need it to have a base for if you need capital. Now, I did tell y'all to go and get a business credit card, which is good, right? But it does not report to your Duns and Bradstreet. Like Wells Fargo don't report to Duns and Bradstreet, okay? They usually report to Equifax for your business credit, okay? So you really want to pay attention to what reports to Duns and Bradstreet if you're not buying the package, okay? If you don't have that $1,500 to buy. Now, a lot of people ask, well, Tamara, so many people are paying, you have to pay, they want to charge you all this money to build your business credit. Should I let somebody else build it or should I try to build it on my own? You can let somebody else build it if you want to, if you have that type of money to do it and you just don't have time to do it or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people, what they do is they may charge you, like it costs $1,400 for the year, right? So what they will do is they will pay the first $500 for you because they only got to pay it every 3 months, right? So they'll pay the $500 and go ahead and get that package for you so they can put everything that they want to on your business credit and build up your business credit. But what they're actually doing is they're going to charge you a fee of about $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, or whatever the case may be. And basically, they're doing the same thing that you could do on your own, okay? You just didn't know how to do it probably. But you can do it. You can have Duns and Bradstreet do it for you. You can do it yourself if you want to. The difference is when you do it yourself, you just have to make sure that when you're opening accounts that you ask the question, does this net 30, net 60, net 90? Does it report to Duns and Bradstreet? If it does not, you may not want to get that because right now you're looking for things that is going to build your credit, right? Now, if you decide that you want a higher package or whatever the case may be, then and you go with that $1,400 packet that they have, and you pay the money, then everything that you pay out, they will try to put that on your Duns and Bradstreet. Will everything qualify? No. Okay, but a lot of it will if they can get in touch with the company or whatever the case may be, and the company is willing to say, yes, this person pays me, yes, they pay so much, yes, they pay on time, then Duns and Bradstreet don't have a problem adding that to your account to make your business credit look better, right? Okay, now we talked about the business credit. We talked about the Paydex score, right? So then the only thing that you have to decide is if you want to do it yourself or if you want to pay somebody to do it, okay? And before I would put all that money out to paying somebody to do it, I would try to do it myself, okay? Because you don't lose no money if you do it yourself, right? Another thing is that I want to also do a video on that I'm going to talk to y'all about. I think my next video is going to be on payroll, all right? Because when you're in the business, you're going to start to have people that work for you when you're the owner of the company. So either you're going to have independent contractors, people that work for themselves, or you're going to have employees. And you got to decide, what category you're going to put people in. So next week, I'm going to talk to you about Paychex. Is the payroll company that I use to pay my employees, also my independent contractors. I have agents that work for me, and they're independent. They work at home and they do their own thing, so they get paid commission, and they're on 1099s. Okay, they're not required to be employees. I don't dictate their time or anything like that. They work from their own home with their own equipment, right? The broker agents, they do that. Okay, that's what they do. They're 1099, they're strictly commission. Then I have my Arise work at home people. They're 1099, they're strictly commission. I do have 2 employees that I do have to take out federal, state, FICA, Medicare, and I'm not at the point yet where I got to take out workman's comp. Okay, in Mississippi, you have to take out workman's comp if you got more than 5 employees. Okay, I'm not at that point yet, thank God. Okay, we're going to talk about setting up your payroll system. Then we're going to talk about setting up your profit and loss statements as far as QuickBooks. We're going to do a series on that. We're going to also talk about I'm going to do a video on how to apply for your Sam's number. Okay, and if you don't know what what is it, the Sam's number is, and a cage code. This is where you put in your information. It looks like the CCR, but you put in your information and you build your database to be registered with the for you to get governmental contracts, to work for the government, to run loads for the federal government, to run FEMA loads, all that kind of stuff. You have to start. Can you pay somebody to do it? Yes. I asked somebody to do it for me and they wanted to charge $1,500. Miss Tamara got on the computer and she did everything herself. Okay, it's a little lengthy to get it all done, but you can do it. You got to make sure you have your DUNS number together. You got to make sure that you have your business bank account routing and information in there. You got to make sure that you have your tax ID number. You got to make sure all your officers, how many employees you have. You got to make sure that, and also this is where you go in and set up and tell people that I am a minority business, I am a female, and I check up all those boxes because last year I think the federal government awarded, I think they, with grants and all kinds of stuff, it was over millions and millions of dollars, and that money has to go to somebody. Okay, so why not go to you, right? So you need to be able to qualify for those funds, and you need to be able to be in the system, okay? Because they can't find you if they don't know who you are, okay? So being registered. Another thing you're gonna have to be registered with, and I know I'm telling y'all a whole lot of stuff that you're like, what? But it will all come to you. Another thing that you need to be registered with is called the Department of Transportation Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. Okay, now this has to do also with minority it's minority, women, stuff like that, because when funds become available for you to get these grants or loans or whatever, or businesses that want to work with you or help you or whatever the case may be, it's good to have your DOT, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise certificate. Okay, that means you registered, you've done everything that you're supposed to do. So they have to come to you first when they're giving out this stuff. Okay, when they're giving out the money and the funds and all that kind of stuff. Another one It's women. It's a women's certificate that you can get as well for women. It's one for women, one for the Department of Transportation Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. If you search these things on the internet, you're going to come up with a lot of third-party vendors. And when you call them, they're going to say, yeah, they can help you with it. And what they're going to tell you is going to be about $1,500 for them to do it. But you can actually go in there, fill out the paperwork, and do it yourself. It's a little tedious. It's a couple of pieces of documents or whatever, but it's not impossible. Okay, you can read and write, you can do it. Other than that, and also you got state programs that you have to register for as well to be certified, especially when you're a woman company and you are a minority. Okay. Other than that, I hope this video helped you about why it is important for you to get your Duns and Bradstreet number and how you can yourself build that number up. Okay, how you can yourself build it up and add stuff to your business credit. All right, so other than that, y'all, it's 25 minutes. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed 4th of July. Okay, talk to you later.